Today some friends and I that I'd trained up with a bit of tracking decided we were going to go out and have a look for a missing dog north of Sydney. I actually get employed to do a little bit of pet detective work around the place. And this poor old girl here had been missing for around a week, and the owner and many in the community were out looking for her and very distressed about it. Alright, here we are at Allambie. Is that where we are, fellas? Allambie? Northern Sydney, near French's Forest. And I was actually born in Manly Hospital. And we're looking for Bella, an 8-year-old Staffy Pointer cross, which is an interesting mix. And we're just having a bit of what we call an initial sweep or an initial search through some bushland, because she's been missing for a week since last Tuesday. Now, they found some evidence of Bella on Sunday, so only a couple of days ago. She had some bandages and an IV in her. She's been at the local vets at Allambie Veterinary Surgery, and she'd been getting treated for bad diarrhea, with a little bit of blood in her diarrhea, which is good to know for us being out here searching, and in case we come across that, of course. So it wasn't life-threatening, and she is well hydrated. Here we are, doing our best to find her, working in with Arthur and Co, who've got their own pet detective type agency. I've done a bit of stuff with them in the past, so wish us luck. Hopefully we find Bella and find her safe and well and return her to her owner Jenny. Today would be good. With so much bush in Australia, it's a bit of a needle in a haystack type situation, but we're doing our best to get right around the scrub in this local area and see what we could find. It's amazing the other things you find when you're out there tracking. We just heard some sounds down in the scrub out that way, and we're just taking our corners very, very slowly and very gently, because we've got a great opportunity to potentially see Bella as we move along. I've got my net. We rescued about 150 native animals when the fires were on at the wildlife sanctuary, and using these kind of nets, and with the intensity of a professional soccer goalie near full time when the score's even, just desperately trying to catch those wallabies and small kangaroos in the nets as the fire was raging up the hill. Lucky for us, it didn't quite get to us. While acknowledging that finding Bella in such a large area was going to be a pretty big call, I spoke to her owner Jenny and we came up with a plan. The plan was to use what I call the recording method and record Jenny's voice calling out lovingly to Bella and seeing if she can draw her out of the bush using a Bluetooth speaker. It had worked before, so it was definitely worth a go. We then basically circumnavigated the entire bush area, what I call an initial sweep, checked out some of the local wildlife, set up some motion cameras, and soon we're on Bella's trail. So I just got the torch here to highlight this track, and I'm just going to measure the width. And that's overall track width. So we're looking at bang on 7 centimetres. And the length there is bang on 10 centimetres. That's nice, it's handy. And we're going to measure the width of the back paw. There may have been a little bit of erosion here with this soft sand, but it's fairly consistent with the type of size and shape of the quarry. We're just going to measure that across there, which is 4 3/4 centimetres, so about 4.7 centimetres across. And the length of it, you can see the compression in here, a bang on 4 centimetres. I then superimposed over the track a picture of Bella's actual foot. Not a bad fit, certainly enough for us to focus our searches in this area. We're starting to get a bit of a fingerprint, or what I call a track ID of the quarry. In this case, little Bella that we're really hoping to find. Then it was time to get the trapping team involved. We were really hopeful that we'd be able to catch Bella overnight. After finding out from Jenny, Bella's owner, that tuna was Bella's favourite food, we made sure that we wiped the scent of the tuna all over the area, particularly heading straight towards the front of the trap and into the trap. Then it was time for setting up the trap. We had to move fairly quickly. If it was indeed Bella's track that we'd found, we didn't want to spook her and scare her away from the area.
Our Millie's Search, Trap and Rescue Incorporated, we formed in about August last year, and inspired by 2 cases that ended tragically where we were looking for lost dogs, and unfortunately they were hit and killed by cars. So from that we researched a different kind of trap, and in the US lost dog trapping is big, and they came up with the Missy trap. So it was developed a good 7 to 10 years ago. It's made of a big dog enclosure, as you can see. The door is held open by a magnet and controlled by a infrared beam sensor. So there's no mechanical action to it at all. The dog just has to walk past a certain point. Doesn't have to step on a plate, pull on a rope or anything like that. Just walk past a certain point, and then the door will release and close behind it. And we get our dog, or cat, or fox. We've had this trap since about August 2020, and we've had a good 30 animals caught, all reunited with the owners since then.
We then sprayed a bit more scent in the area to try and draw Bella in, then covered up our tracks for the day, hoping to find some new ones, preferably Bella's, first thing in the morning. Where are you, old girl? Well, I've taken some comfort in the fact that dogs can go about as long as humans without food, around a month, and there's plenty of water in the area. I've got some hope and belief that she'll be home safe really soon. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
PM. Hi Jake, this is Anne-Marie from Arthur & Co. What a team we make. I wanted to give you the great news that Bella has been found. It's just so exciting and wonderful. She was found this afternoon, not too far from where you trapped her to, and not too far from where you recommended we leave the trap. And the owner was able to coax her out of the scrub by using your recording method. So thanks again for working with us on this, and well done, and look forward to working with you again. Bye.
What a fantastic community effort and such a great thing to be part of. Hope you enjoyed watching this. If you want to follow my adventures, jump on jakekassarbushcraft.com.